Fred Habiger is undoubtedly one of the most charismatic, dynamic people I've ever known.
Even people that don't know him, when Fred walks in, there's a different aura in the room. He just makes everyone feel like family.
Taking care of 6 kids, he would always find time to toss baseball in the backyard and play a round of golf with my brother and I.
Fred's a people person, and he understands the importance of what customers mean and how to serve them.
He'll just ask you once, who's the 4 people we're meeting with? You tell him, and he remembers it like he's known them all their life. And he's never met a stranger, I can tell you that.
He's a visionary. He takes the opportunity to see where the industry's going to be and prepares his company to get there.
He is a very, very smart man. He's a leader, and he's got a sense about him, and he knows what's going on. And when he hires people, they usually turn out to be pretty good. And he sticks with them, too.
He was always intentional, he was definitely strategic, and he was very loyal. So if you combine thoughtful, intentional, strategic, and loyal, it's a pretty good combination.
I was born in Pittsburgh. We were a Pittsburgh family. In 1952, Dad says we're moving to Cincinnati, that he just bought a Bryant distributorship. And I think my reaction was, Dad, I'll be happy to visit you guys on Christmas and Easter, but I really don't want to leave Pittsburgh.
We brought our 6 children down here, and he came ahead of time, and my husband always wanted to own his own business. I think he's hit the right business. These are such super people.
I really didn't plan to go to work for my dad. I went to the University of Cincinnati. It's a co-op college, and in your last 2 years, you alternate 11 weeks in school, 11 weeks on a job. I said, Dad, you know, senior year's coming up, and I'm going to be co-oping. What do you think if I were to co-op for you? He said, fine. So he really never pushed me to come to work for him, but I think he was kind of waiting to see if I came up with the idea, and I did. And we were a great team. Unfortunately, when I got out of school, I had to go into the service. When I was in the service, Dad got the virus, and for some reason it settled in his heart, and they gave him about 10 years to live. So I got out of the service and get married and go to work for Dad, knowing that 6 or 7 years, he's not going to be around anymore.
Dad worked close with Fred over the years, and when Dad died, Fred, it was a big responsibility, but he stepped in and has done a great job with it.
When his father passed away, it was really important to him to build on that foundation that his dad had set, but also to push the company forward and bring the rest of his family into the business to help grow that.
When they all joined the company, it's almost like it wasn't fair. They were that good. They could all run their own companies, but for some reason, they agreed to come to work with me.
I could never work for somebody else other than him. They were fair, unique, but had a vision, and he went after that vision and still going after that vision today.
Family is very important to Fred, and the company wasn't big enough to support all of his kids and his brothers and sisters' kids.
So we had to expand, and that was the impetus behind the company growing.
My dad's philosophy was always growth.
He wanted to be the recognized share market leader in every market that we serve. And the primary reason was he wanted new markets. And the only way you're going to get new markets if you're a top performing share market distributor.
When Habiger purchased the carrier rights for the Southwest Ohio market, it doubled the size of Habiger overnight. In most markets, the carrier dealers were the best. And what happened was, because of that, we were able to really raise the level of performance, mix of product, selling higher end products. The carrier group really led that charge.
Fred has really been a leader across a lot of distribution when it comes to how to partner with Carrier Corporation.
I decided early on to get involved through the Distributor Advisory Council. It's a group of key distributors that meet with the factory on a quarterly basis, and it's sort of a sounding board for the factory. And I was the chairman for many years on the Bryant side, and eventually when we took on Carrier, I became chairman of the Carrier also.
When Fred talks, people stop and they listen. He's very much respected, within everyone within Carrier Corporation, but all of our other distributor principals, they listen to what Fred says.
Fred's always been somebody we bounced ideas off of. Fred would take that idea and he'll shine it up for you. Carrier Cool Cash, the predecessor to the CFAD program, the Leadership Series, Fred had a ton of input in, and I think that's what led to the success of those programs.
I think what made Fred so successful in building the Habiger Corporation really had to do with how he treated people.
Serving customers first has always been the way that Fred operates. Customers are incredibly important. Fred is a relationship builder, and so long term, that has served Habiger incredibly well.
Fred has set the stage of, we're a high ethical company, high moral ground, we do what's right, we take care of the customer, and we have really good employees.
And it's really ingrained in the foundation of the business now that you hire great people and then you get out of their way and let them do what they're great at.
Due to my dad's leadership qualities and just being an outstanding person and his respect for others has really allowed us to grow and to move into the third and fourth generations, and hoping to continue that beyond.
When you add all that up, that's a formula for success, which we've had. And I think with Fred's guidance and leadership, that's really why he's winning this award.